Hey everyone, this is Nitro. So I thought I would do a quick video about how I've been playing Magic Tower Conquest now, and basically my team consists of tons of self-targeting AoE characters. In fact, I don't have enough of them, so I'm using a few mercenaries such as Mystery Knight, Knight of Mysteries, as well as Maya. So Knight of Mysteries has the self-targeting Thunder Zone that hits 3 rings around her, and she can move 5. And Maya has access to her 3C, which is a self-targeting 5-block AoE. Other than that, there's a bunch of other self-targeting heroes like Arianrod with Grand Cross, Leonhard with his self-targeting AoE, which is Fusion Dark Emperor Sword. I also have him with Balance Blade as a quick point, right? So that would give him a 3-ring AoE around himself and Apex Boots. There is also Olivier, because he has a self-targeting 5-block AoE. Right? You can kind of see my Olivier has a very, very mixed set, right? Just whatever gear I have that I can give him. And Shafaniel has self-targeting. King of Crimsonia can self-target or with either Starfall or teleport himself forward with Dark Side of the Moon. And the list just continues, right? Heaven's Sanction on Lana. Rachel has her 3Cs for self-targeting. Kruger has a self-targeting AoE. Licorice has self-targeting. Even Juggler can self-target with Master of Ice. So the whole point is all just self-targeting AoEs with the goal of assassinating the opposing player's main tower. So let's just demonstrate this in action. Alright, so for this battle against Yang Dead, he is bringing Voyager, Slaughter, and Blink. I'm bringing Voyager, Blink, and Curse. And he starts off with a deployment of Olivier, where it's going to be teleport forward and AoE. Right. So I'm just going to skip deployment. Because wherever I deploy, my character will get hit by Olivier. Right? Because with it teleported forward, it's going to hit me no matter where it goes. So I may as well just curse Olivier to start. And go from there. Alright, so let's place my Shafaniel down. Because with this, I'm acting first now. And he's acting second. Oh, I should have deployed 2. Ooh, I just made a mistake there. Hopefully it won't cost me. That could have been a big issue, but we'll see. Alright. So I'll just teleport myself right here. tank the hit from Shafenio. I had Meditation Ring on my Shafenio, and that's what kept her alive there. So 5 hit points for my tower, 6 hit points for his. You can see both sides are doing very much an AoE strategy, targeting the core demon tower. But overall, it's looking okay, I think. I keep forgetting to deploy my other 3 points. I've been sitting on an extra 3 points. This is not good. Okay. I'm just not used to having skipped deployment on the first turn. But hopefully I can come back from that. Fingers crossed, really. Let's see what happens. Regardless, so far, it is kind of working out. Enemy towers down to 3. Enemy towers down to 2. Go into place. Knight of Mysteries down. To AoE. And then I would, next turn, I would get access to my next skill. So that's why he retreated right away. Because Knight of Mysteries AoE would knock it down to 1. Then the following turn, I would get access to my Voyager tactical skill to knock it down 1 more hit point for the kill. So, opponent retreated. So basically, I assassinated his central tower before he took mine down. And that's why he surrendered. So my opponent here is bringing Rescue for health restoration. Truthfully, Rescue might be a better option than Curse. I'm gonna try something. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I figure it's worth a try. And the answer is it didn't work. I think I missed teleported. If I teleported here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the range of this skill is 4 blocks, I don't know. It would have been, yeah, so it doesn't work, unfortunately. I was hoping that I would attack the enemy core tower. Did not go as planned. That was a wasted teleport, unfortunately. But it looks like it may be paying off here, because I'm getting some core tower damage with instant after all. This is really not going the way I thought it would, truthfully speaking. Now I have to change her into a non-flying version. because of this terrain effect. So, Crystal Warlocks instead. This is one of the few maps that allows this. And this is pretty much over. Because when Vincent dies, there's going to be another tower damage. And then I'm going to get a Voyager damage in as well. Huh. Although if Vincent keeps getting healed like that... Oh! And there we go. So another AoE. Didn't even need to use my second Voyager either. Just got enough single target hits, or sorry, enough AoE hits into the enemy central tower to quickly wipe it out. This time around, I'm player 1. I think a good starting character is probably Knight of Mysteries. The fact that she has a 3-ring AoE means as long as she moves here, it's 1, 2, and 3. So she is a very, very convenient AoE attacker. Now, if I have enough time, come on! Nope. It took too long to do that one. It's okay though. Works for me. Because... my next step is to play Kruger. And have him AoE. Why don't I actually teleport this guy away? Might have been a mistake actually, where I teleported the Knight of Mysteries, because it's going to attack this tower, not that one. But that's also why they teleported like that. He did a good counterplay there. my counterplay is to place down Rachel. And AoE here. He blocked my Kruger from launching out his AoE. That's what he did there just now. But let's see what happens. Alright, I'll accept that. It's gotten a little crazy with the way all the characters are positioned and so on. And I definitely underestimated how little damage Bozo takes from 2 AoEs. Vincent has not died yet, so Vincent is going to launch out 2 Wings of Destructions in total, which is going to knock 2 more hit points off this core Demon Tower, leaving him in probably a really bad spot. Oh, I don't have enough energy to deploy right now. So be it. He's teleporting backwards. I am jumping resin seal forward. There's the first life. And the AoE damage on the enemy core tower. Leaving it with 3 now. So Vincent's death will knock it down to 2, and then I just need 2 more AoEs. Waiting for these Dazzling Light tiles to disappear. That's my struggle right now. Oh, you're kidding! Whew! So, 1 hit point left. And I have Voyager. So it's game over. I could also deploy someone to attack, right? You know, for example, Olivier deployed would launch an AoE here. He just gives up, because it's over. Player 2 against Absol. Who seems to be AFK. No deployments. Interesting. Well, guess I'll take advantage. Oh no, he did deploy. Sorry. Claret was placed down. I thought it acts again. That was interesting. Made a bit of a mistake there just now. Actually, I made several mistakes. If I had known it doesn't act again, I would have changed her to Sky Archers to move here to AoE. In any case. Yulia has Glory of Langrisser. There's the Blink. I'm going to place myself here. Force Yulia to move. And I'll take the Divine Judgment kills. So Shafaniel's dead. Which is fine. I think I better do this, unfortunately. To ensure that happened. That Olivier doesn't die while Rachel does. Alright, that's your Flame Slash. Counter with Dark Despair. clock trigger allowed another resounding might to be launched out. And game over. No characters for him to deploy. I had 3 on the map. Totally over. So let's end this by mentioning a few final points about this mode. First of all, some of the best characters in this mode are characters like Mystery Knight who have high mobility and free ring range, because that way they can charge forward from one of the frontal towers and launch an AoE that would still hit the core tower. So these characters include, of course, Knight of Mysteries, but they also include characters like Leonhard, as long as Leonhard has Apex Boots and Balanced Blade. The combination of that will raise skills like Fusion Dark Emperor Sword to free ring, and that combo with the 4 mobility will allow them to be deployed at the frontal towers, as opposed to just being at the core tower moving up. So Knight of Mysteries, Leonhard, as well as Sakura, because Sakura has a 2-ring AoE, her 3C skill, so she can also do the same thing. So there's various characters who may not see that much use in Apex right now, but are top tier in this mode. Other than that, someone like Ainz Gaon, he is kind of iffy to use because he actually can't fly inherently. He can make himself self-fly with his 3C, but in this mode you only get to bring 1 skill. And if you try to bring Skyfall, which is his self-targeting 5-block attack, he needs to be teleported forward to take advantage of it. So he's actually a little bit iffy compared to some of the other self-targeting AoEs, because the other ones who can hit the central tower are usually ones who can fly. So, for example, Olivier with Sky Archers, Rachel, who can fly with Sorceresses, Licorice, who can fly with Sorceresses, Kruger, who can fly with Sorceresses, and so on and so forth. Other than that, in terms of tactical skills, I mentioned how Voyager and Blink are the must-brings. The third skill is kind of up to you, and it can be a hard decision. Like, for example, I brought Curse in some of the battles. Later on, I started changing over to Rescue. But there's also choices like Slaughter, because if your characters can get within 2 blocks of the central core tower, you can also get another AoE hit for 1 damage from this. And then, Rewind can be used, and even Swamp. Because Swamp can make it so that if enemies deploy in front, it will slow down the mobility, and then they can't move the 3 blocks they need to target the central tower. Another way to counter the enemies from moving into range to target your central tower is using Hobo. Because if you play Hobo and teleport him forward, he will first launch out his AoE skill, which will apply terrain effects that stop flyers from moving. And if flyers can't move the 3 tiles up, then they cannot target your central tower. So as long as the map has terrain effects like this one, this will prevent any characters from targeting your central tower. Even better, when Hobo dies, he will also apply terrain effects to 5 blocks around him. And these terrain effects also prevent flyers from moving up. So it's twofold. His AoE skill will apply those terrain effects, and when he dies, he'll apply those terrain effects as well. So a teleported Hobo is another way of very effectively stopping any kind of AoE assault on your tower, as long as there are tiles that require your mages to have to fly over them, like the lava tiles on this map. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you found this useful. And on that note, Nitro out.